Steve, welcome to another one of these city builder games that I like. How are you?
Why are we calling them city builders? Why aren't we just calling them grain games?
Graham games, we could do that, I guess, but that's not really a genre known outside of just you and I. So
That's beside the point. People know what we're talking about.
yeah, so this is another city builder. Each of these games has a bit of a unique, twist on the genre, for want of a better term, and this one is you're building on the side of a mountain. It's really kind of neat, so we'll just dive right in. This is just a demo. Game's coming out hopefully this year, I believe into early access. And this is a demo of essentially of the tutorial. So we will quickly whip through this. So usual controls, WASD to move around. Does look pretty good. In terms of the visuals of it, zooming in and out, up and down the mountain.
Zelda chime there.
Yeah, that was just for me doing the demo bit. It's got layers to it, so you've actually got levels to this mountain, which is really kind of neat, and you can go all the way around it. Basically, the demo was stick to what we're looking at right now, this fronting bit here, and this has a sort of an elevator that goes into nothing at the bottom there, but that's how we all start. So, we go to the next one, build a marketplace. So this game is going to have a lot of similarities to Anno from earlier this year that we did a checkout of, and also SteamWorld Build that we also did check out of earlier this year, in terms of how the sort of the economy works. Now this actually has the economy is not in the game. They're actually not in the demo, which is a bit odd, but it would appear to have an economy of some sort. It's also got a research thing that's not in the demo, and it's also got climbers and cart carriers are not in the demo. But you've got lowlanders, artisans, monks not in the demo, and also yaks, which are they're obviously an animal.
Like the animal?
The animal, yep, and they are helping us get stuff around the place. So, just going to build in some roads. But you'll start to see as we go along here that this game has a lot of similarities with those other games as mentioned, in terms of how you sort of progress the story and progress the leveling up of the buildings. So you don't orientate anything. You've just got a set direction of the buildings. You can't rotate anything. So I'm just going to lay down. I think they want me to build. How many do they want me to build? I want to do a few more. So roads in between, usual sort of stuff. You could have access to them. Go to another row of 4, which gives us do one more. We'll do one. Do one there. Yeah, we'll just do a road. That'll do. So we've got each one that just brings in 32 workers. There's no sort of slowly build up; they just instantly appear. And if we look at this, you've got demands in 3 different categories: food, prosperity, and enlightenment. So you meet those demands, you then have happy citizens. So let's build one of these.
And some Satanism.
And then we've got. Yeah, so there's before you've got demands in each of these. Let's go through this. And of course, you can then upgrade the house to level 2. So they want us to now, if you click on one of those, they want us to make eggs. So we've got to build a chicken farm. So we go into the food, egg production, and that first building I plonked down was a marketplace. It's got a range of what, when you place it down, it gives you a range of what it's cover.
Much like Anno and SteamWorld.
Exactly, all got a very similar concept. And that's what I want that going.
So with the similarity in the concept, what's the draw? Or is the draw just this here and slightly different? Or
yeah, the draw is the challenge of building on a mountain, basically.
Yeah,
is essentially
like you don't have a flat land space where you can just fuck around and chuck everything down as much as you want and all that sort of deal.
Yeah, you've got a fairly confined space to build in and work around.
How to work within the constraints of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically it.
Do the trees matter?
No, it doesn't seem to so far in the demo. No, there hasn't been anything that requires trees per se. What else have we got? So that's 2. Now, this one thing is a little bit different. Is this doesn't just start doing stuff. Remember that is you've got to actually tell it to send your goods to a particular place. So I actually got to go
Yep.
send and click the marketplace.
Okay.
Whereas in other games, it would just start going to the closest
Automatic.
one. It would just go to the closest one. Whereas this game, you've got to do a little bit more of a control over, not control. You've got a bit more management over where things actually got to go. That comes into play a bit later on because you can get warehouses, which allow you to sort of do intermediate sort of storages of stuff.
I suppose that mechanic does add a little bit of additional depth to a point.
It does to a point, yeah. We're now to build a mill. So this has got a two-stage production. So we'll go into here, click on our mill. We've got barley field, which goes into a mill. So we'll build the barley there, and we'll go the mill there. And this has got a whole lot saying I don't know where I'm putting stuff. So again, I've got to click on this, send the barley to the mill, which draws a little line like that. Then I've got to. This is saying it's missing yaks, so I've got to build a yak farm essentially, which is under there. Sorry, just too close in the demo. And we'll build the yak. We'll build the yak over there. And now that's happy because it's got its yak supply, which does.
Do you need to send the yaks, or do they just automatically
go? So builders and workers just automatically get allocated to production buildings as they need to. So again, this is now going from there to there, but this has got nowhere to go, so I've got to send it to the marketplace.
Send it, bro, send it!
Now you can see the little icon above the houses, means we can upgrade them, so we're just going to do that.
Oh, you can just click on the icon above it to upgrade auto.
Yep, okay. which is a better way of...
Wait, you only could upgrade like 7 of the houses?
Yeah, 7 of them, because this is run out of not meeting the supply, so this is why I can't upgrade them. So not everyone was happy. So the demand of that's unmet. So that one's unmet, and that one's unmet.
So what's caused that? Just not enough people?
Not enough production been happening here. So what we'll do is we'll go into there again, and we'll basically repeat this setup. And again, we'll go from there to there, and from there to there.
Can you have enough? Does that yak field produce enough yaks to go?
Produces 6 yaks, and this needs 2 yaks. So we've got enough.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah. If you've got the usual graphs, you can click on the marketplace and you get 6 coming in needing 3.7. So now we're going to be happy down here, and we can.
I can sort of see the whole like having to send things like every time getting a bit tedious though, because it's like
it's a little bit tedious, and I've also found the UI a little bit hit and miss sometimes. I think.
Wait, did you just destroy a house?
Yeah, it wasn't in range of the marketplace, so I just removed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I found the UI a little bit. Sometimes I'll click on the button to do the send bit, and it doesn't register that I've done it. So that's a little bit. That might just be a little bit.
Just a demo thing.
Yep. Right, we've now got the ability now to make a bridge across here.
There's a Limp Bizkit song about that.
And now we've got and then we can expand across the other side. So these are essentially now two different regions. So this one's a self-contained region. It's got its own. It's got its mandala. It's got its egg production happening there, and it's also got its Sherpa, I assume that's how you pronounce it, production, and that's meeting just these houses. So now we've got to basically replicate that over here. But this time we're going to build a higher level of houses, so when we get over here a bit further. So quickly whip through this, we'll go right across there. Like so. And first thing we'll lay down is the old market. And we'll plonk him about there. Now I'm going to need to build a road up here. I'll bit of future proofing by putting myself doing that. And done that. Now it wants me to build 8 artisan houses, so that's the next level up. So that's easy, guys. So unlike the other games where Anno and SteamWorld build, as you upgraded the buildings, they went up through the levels of worker types. This one just has you can build them almost from immediately, sort of thing. Once you've so the thing you can build, no, not the demo, but you could start just building mock dormitories. Whereas this is a little bit different in that respect, but And there's also the thing that's a bit weird about the demos. There's no money aspect of it,
Yeah,
so
there's no.
I'm not sure how much would normally cost in the game to build this stuff. So that's a bit hard to know that kind of aspect of this game. But let's build that in, move that there, and now I think we've got our. Alright, so now we're going to make these guys happy and get them up to level 2. So we'll just get that out the way. So what do they need? They need baths, which is only one of theirs different. So these guys needed baths as
I
well.
just
Now,
noticed the social caste. It's like, oh shit, there's a caste system in this game.
yeah,
What the fuck?
exactly. Yeah, so they want bars. So we're going to build some bars. So they are under this thing, bars, and again you've got to be in range. So that might. Oh, perfect. Look at that. And that's that need met, and same thing. We'll do the same thing with this guy. And we'll build that. We'll build that there. And then that's met that, so that's cool. Now we've got to build eggs. That same thing before, the Sherpa and
Tampa.
cheese. So yeah, you can see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
So let's quickly go and do the egg bit. So as long as it's within the range of that, it'll just start producing. And we'll send that to there. And then we'll go into there again, and we'll do the same thing again, but we'll go... I'm actually going to build 2. I'm going to do a bit of preparation ahead of what I need to do here by building 2 of these. And then we'll do back into the yaks, and we'll build 2 of these. Nope, can't do it. Alright, so we'll send 1 to there and 1 to there. And are they in range? So they're not quite in range of the market, as you can see, because the green bar stops there. That one's not in range either, so that's actually a bad idea. So I'm going to bulldoze both of those. And what we'll do is we'll build it behind the back here. Go down here.
Could you just do it so like the fields you got there would be fine, but you put the mills just opposite them?
Yep, that would also be a way to work it. Yep, so I could do them across here. In fact, we'll do exactly that. So we'll put 1 there and 1 there. We'll send them to that one. Send that to that one. So yeah, there again, I've just missed the click there. And we'll send them both to the marketplace.
And then the yaks just automatically take themselves.
The yaks just so if
are they in range? Or is there no like?
There's no range on those things. No. So if I click on that, you see, yeah, I think it said somewhere that they just start getting automatically allocated as you sort of do stuff. Yeah, so I've got 18 in total, jobs in buildings 8, available 10. So I've got 10 just idle. Right, so that's
kill them, take their milk, make the cheese. Done.
So that's the eggs done, so we click on that, we've got so we've got everything in, just need the cheese, so again, go into the production of the food. This needs a yak shack.
Great name.
Yep, which makes the, I assume there's some sort of milk, and that extra icon there's to the right of that where it says 5 and has a little jug, that's the milk, and that's wool. And that goes into a cheesemaker. So basically, same thing, let's just plonk him up here.
Wouldn't you put the yak shack next to the yak thing?
Yep.
Oh no, because you got to have it within range of the market. Yeah, right.
Yep. So they're missing workers. So we need to actually come into. We now need to build some more workers because we don't have enough to. So we've got 7 missing workers for that construction.
Yeah, is that because you locked down one of those houses?
So we'll just do that. Upgrade them both. And hopefully we've still got that requirement. Yep, we do. They're now happy, so we're going to send those to there. Oh, right, wrong way. So we're going to send the milk to that one. And that one to that one. Again, I missed
What about the wool?
that comes into play later.
Oh.
So
Can't
now
do it
now?
now?
Nah, because the demo's set in its ways, basically.
Yeah, right.
So all upgraded, it's all tung 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 tung, like a sonic ring.
A little bit.
And there we go. So we're now jumping into that bit. Okay. Now this is where we can now build up up. So now we're going to go up and build up to this next level up here. So we're going to put that there and that there, and it builds this cool looking thing. And these zones have different, like what's the word I'm looking for? Temperament zones, climate zones. So things down here give you an indication of how well they're going to do in particular levels. So this is obviously the low level, where we are here. Then we're up into the mid range. Then that's actually one more level way up here as well. And there is.
What was that thing you just hovered over then?
Over then.
Go down a little bit more. That.
Salt.
Oh,
Salt. Yeah, and we've got copper here as well. We'll come to copper ones in a moment in the demo. Alright, so have an operational beekeeper in the middle zone. So this is basically what we're going to build up here. So
I love how uncomplicated the language there is. Middle zone.
Yeah,
I couldn't be coming up with some sort of
actual,
complicated name in the fiction world for it.
Or even
middle zone.
Middle zone. This is in the middle of stuff. So a bit
I don't know.
And we go honey. There we go. And I know from the first time I did this, I'm going to need 2 of these. Now, this is where you can't reach this. It's too far away from this, but this is where you now get warehouses. So warehouses are under here, and we can basically build them. As long as they're in range, can we build them? Oops. That will do. Now these have got an infinite range. So this can get to from here to here, and even to here.
But you couldn't place that on the directly on the road. Or is there a...
So there's a... Yeah, so there's... You've got a grid position. Like, you haven't got a lot of control over it, so that's where I can only build it there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because if you move the 1 square up, it'd be more obviously facing the road and stuff like that. But maybe there's a small part of the land mass in front of the actual warehouse itself.
Yeah, so don't. Yeah, so this is as I was sort of saying before. There's no orientation to the buildings.
Yeah.
As long as it's got access to a road, it's sort of just that's the front of it kind of thing. Even if you can't actually see it, if that makes, it's a little bit odd in that respect. But yeah. So we do the usual thing. Send it to there. The warehouses can only store one type of thing. They're not like a multi-storage thing.
Oh, okay.
So I can only store honey in that particular one. And again, you've got, click on this item, we get 2 plus 5 from that guy, and that guy means we've got an income of plus 10. Now we're going to send it to this guy by doing send to here and send to the other one. And if I go 1 and 1, we're now sending 1.6. This is where we find this a little bit odd. I don't know why the numbers are odd or why the numbers are uneven.
Split differently and stuff.
I assume because it's the distance between the 2 buildings is my guess, but that's just purely a guess. But you can see we've now still got plus 7 because we're spinning at 2.3. So this is where you come to do your balancing act between what they need and how much you need to produce and all that kind of stuff. Alright, now, copper. We need copper. So we're going to click on this, build a mine. Come down to here. Again, I know I need to do 2 of these, so I'm just going to build the second one now. But you need to connect it to the roads, so we're just going to go that way, down there, and to there. That will do. They need the warehouse, so we'll go and build a warehouse. Oops. In the middle there. And in terms of the mine, where's that gone? Oh yeah, we're making copper utensils is what we're making here. It seems like a really oddish thing to make, but here we are. So, again, we're going to need to... Missing workers, I haven't got enough workers or yaks, so I'll have to change that in a moment by... let's build, what do we need? 9 and 2, okay, cool. So we'll build 2 more houses. One there...
You build the houses there, though, or up the level?
You can build them anywhere as long as they're on the roads, and that's gone to... It's gone enough, so I'm now getting 10.
There's now a red sign over that market.
Yep, which means I haven't got enough honey. That's why I'm going to have to adjust that. Because I've now increased the population, you've got to adjust your production and your stuff like that. So I need more yaks. So what we'll do is we'll build another yak place over here. I like how it sort of joins them together, makes the farms...
Oh, yeah.
sort of makes them bigger, which is kind of neat. So that's now sort of like a dual farm, which is really cool. I'm going to build workers for it, so let's go and build another house. Now we build the worker houses. That'll be enough right there. Upgrade it. Right, now, so we've got enough workers now, enough yaks, but we now need to send that to there, and from there to the storage. This is where I keep missing that buttons. So there to there, and from there to there. Did I miss that? I did. I miss it again. There.
That's
So
weird, because it looks like you clicked that both times. But
yeah, exactly. That's the thing I've been finding a little bit frustrating with the demo. That just misclicking that. It's not clear as if I'm doing something wrong, whether the demo's got a weird thing. The other thing about this game is the people. They sort of just glide along.
Can you zoom in anymore?
That's as far as I can zoom in as that.
I was going to say, they just look like little wooden dolls.
The wooden dolls are sort of going along. There's no sort of...
There's no like legs.
There's no leg animation in there, which is interesting.
Fucking leg, bro!
Alright, so click on the market. We have, way underneath we're having 0.6 and we need 4, so we'll come up to here, which is up the number of carriers that are taking stuff to it. Well, hopefully it should now be enough to matter. There we go, he's happy. Cool bananas. I think that's probably got enough. Yep, that's got enough. So now we've got to upgrade 20 houses to level 3. So we've got to go upgrade everything to level 3 of their particular type. Doesn't matter what type house they are, as long as it's level 3. So he needs more cheese. So now I've got the cheese over here dealt with by feeding the cheese from, where was it? There. No, not the cheese. Where was the cheese? Cheese was this one. No, where was the cheese?
Not the cheese.
Cheese was there to here, which gets those houses happy. But these houses want it now, but I don't have it here. So now I've got to build the production for cheese in this little area to satisfy this market to feed these houses.
Oh.
So you don't have, there's no shared storage like there was in Anno, where if you put it into one place, everyone gets it. You've got to have your own little self-contained.
I get that. It's just more that like there doesn't seem to be, or at least there's a sort of almost a lack of adequate space almost to pull this off, or it's like a really tight fit.
Yeah, and that's the challenge of the game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the challenge of it. Okay, so we need to make cheese, which means I need that one, which means I need Yak Shack. There, and to there. Then I'm going to build a warehouse there, and I need more workers. So this means it's going to become even harder again, because I now need to up the level of workers, so that's good enough. So we're going to go from there to there again, send to there, send to there, and send to there. And hope that's enough cheese for everybody in this area. Did I click that? I didn't. I'm sure I clicked it. Alright, so it's happy because it's got enough. So it does give you, the game does give you pretty quick feedback as to whether you've got your supply lines working properly, so that's one thing about it. Alright, so the cheese is done, food's done, now we need to build baths. So they want baths now, even though they didn't want them in the first place, which is...
Pickle pricks.
Where is that again? Ah, here it is, that should be baths there. So again, you've got to be in range of all the houses. Lovely, that will do. Now you can see I've now got more issues. Because they're happier, there's probably more people in each of them. So what have we got? They want honey. What have we got here? So missing human carriers. Oh. Ah, need more artisans. Okay, so we need to do the balancing act between all the house types. So we'll go and build 2 more there. He needs more honey. So we'll up him a bit. Is that enough? Yep, that's enough. So do that. Now, what does he want? Textiles and copper utensils. Which I thought I was doing the copper to here. Did I not send the copper down to here?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Oh, right.
It was going into the warehouse, but nowhere else.
Alright, so do that. Now we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. More. But how much do you need? There we go. And they're happy. Oh, I don't have enough carriers, so I can't do any more to them just yet. But these now are all happy to go up to level 3, even though they're... And as we now got more habitants in these ones that have gone up to now level 3, we now need to up the level of production.
How is that house not in range in the marketplace?
Oh, it isn't. I keep having to... No, don't want to do that. Keep having to build that in the wrong spot. Tell you what, we'll build the house, extra house here. Upgrade, upgrade. Cool. So what does it need? More cheese. More cheese. Ooh. Right, let's go up the utensils. I need more people. I need more of these guys. These guys are the only one that can do carrying. So these are the artisans, are the carriers. So I need to build more of those, which means I'm going to have to balance that out in a moment. So build 2 more of those. Upgrade, upgrade. And then we can add more carriers up here. To that number. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. So we've met that need. Come over here and do the same thing. Right, there's the honey done. So now we've just got to get more of this done. Because I think we're just going to build more of them. So build the road down here, down there, and there, across there, into there. Cheese. Actually, cheese maker will put the closest. It's got to be within range of a warehouse, which is fine. We want to build. You can see there's that rock there, just under the, just there.
Kinda, yeah.
Just there.
Yep.
When I build this, it'll just get rid of it.
Okay.
So there's no bulldoze per se. It just gets rid of it. Right. So we go from there to there, and from there to there, and then we've got more coming into here. We can now just add more, a few more of those, and we've got that. Oh. As I keep going up higher, I have to keep on adjusting these.
God, that'd fuck me off.
It's very bit micromanagey. I think is probably its only sort of negative at the moment. Is a little bit micromanagey. So what do I need? More utensils.
Oh, the sheer extent of back forth.
Yeah, like I think so far there hasn't been any like long-term consequence. Like that's been like that for a while now, and the like on those other games we've looked at, there's no happiness.
Why are those houses red?
Because they're not in range of the market.
Oh.
No, they haven't got the supply. That's what they're missing. They're missing supply of this thing.
Oh, they need more copper utensils.
Yeah, it's only copper utensils to that one, and then they'll go red or go green. So we'll go just these a couple, and that should do that one. There we go. Now they're all happy. So yeah, so unlike there's other games where there's a happiness level, and if you don't keep them happy, you sort of can't maintain a level of population. That doesn't come into play in this. So I'm actually curious to what's going to like you see, got here. If I hover over the treasure, which is not active for the demo, you got revenue from your 4 types or 3 types. Not the second one's not the demo. You got lowlanders huts revenue, artisan house revenue, donation spots upkeep, other buildings upkeep. So you're going to have expenses to build to have these things operational, but you're going to make money from these. But I don't know what the economy is going to be like. So
there's a part of me that feels like not having the economy active in the demo sort of makes it almost a little misleading.
It is, because I'd like to know, is this an absolute crapload to keep running?
Yeah.
At this level to feed this thing the amount that it needs to keep everybody happy. So it's a little bit odd to not have what sounds like on the surface a fairly fundamental part of the game.
Yeah, because that the financial elements don't impact you now, but if you were trying to do the exact same thing in the full game, how badly would you get fucked by the finance and the economy
Yeah,
stuff?
exactly, and not be able to progress at all. Yeah, that's sort of
Yeah.
what's a bit intriguing, that bit.
Hmm.
What do I need to make here again? What do they want? They want textiles. Ah, okay. This is where we get to use our our textiles. We get to use the yak shack, which you've got extra ones there, so we can now use the wool from this guy.
Hmm.
And we'll go into the weaver, which we'll put there. Now we're going to send just that to there, and send that to there. I missed it again. I'm sure I clicked that.
It looked like you did.
Alright, so now we've got all these upgradable, so I need to do 7 of these, so we'll just do...
Oh, no!
I don't know if the game's actually going to let... Yeah, it will. Do I get them all up to there? Oh, he doesn't have
I
honey.
want more honey.
Honey, more honey. Okay. So,
Greedy bastards.
you're happy. And one more. Utensils. And... Oh. Now we don't have enough of that. Just 5.1 needed, 5 made, so... That would be a... So that one's not getting enough textiles. So that's why that's got that.
Oh.
So it just obviously goes from closest to the marketplace out as the...
Yeah.
As it sort of goes out as a wave sort of thing. So to fix that, we've got we could basically, so we've got a yak shack here. We could put a textiles weaver there and send. No, that's not what I wanted. That was not what I wanted. I wanted a weaver to go there. And we'll send that to there, and then we'll send that to... I have to put it into its own separate warehouse, because I can't put it into that one. Can I put it... Can I build you somewhere? I can build you there. So we'll build you, send you to there, and then we'll send you to there. Oh, what's it say? No carrots assigned. Oh, yeah. Okay. Dunk. Yeah, is it happy? Yep, it's happy now. Cool. So, we've sort of built all that stuff. Now we'll just continue the demo because it's going to now go up to the top end. We're going to build a avalanche inducer as the last part of the demo.
It sounds like a bad idea.
It does, and I think in the game, I think it'll have more of an impact, obviously, because basically once I've built this, the demo will end once I've filled this a little bit. So we'll just jump here across to here, go right to there, do this guy, do there to there. We'll build the road straight up here. So it needs yaks. Just needs yaks and workers. So
Can you put yaks just up here or not?
Yeah, I have to build yaks up here, so I can do that without a problem.
That's fine.
I'll do other side of that. Now, what this will actually do is trigger an avalanche. This thing's gonna go down. It's gonna wipe
But that
out.
means it's gonna fuck up everybody.
Yep, that's it. So that's the rest of the game. This actually does look pretty cool actually when this happens.
But why do that to your people?
Because the game says they're actually better off inducing them, because if they happen without you controlling them, it'll wipe out your area sort of thing. You can build barriers to protect you.
Ah.
So that's not part of the game, the demo, but yeah. So you can build more transportation stuff, go all around the mountain, build barriers to protect yourself, and trees obviously would sort of take out a bit of the implementation of it as well. And then build some sort of summit there. So that's obviously the full game. So yeah, that is Laysara Summit Kingdom. I have already done my wish list. I think this game's really neat. I think visual looks pretty cool. Music's alright. It's got enough of a twist to the genre that I think makes it interesting. I think the demo is limited though, as we were sort of discussing. The fact there's no economy in it is a bit odd. I suspect that maybe they're going to release an updated demo, because I think the store page says the first demo's been released. This might be
Oh,
really early. Might be an early demo. I'm not too
a
sure if
weird
that's
way to say it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking. I'm now looking forward to this. 2023. I think it's going to go out in early access when it comes out. So yeah, look for that in the future. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks, Graham.
Bye.